Good morning. Buenos dias. We are back again. Another stream. Let's throw camera over here a little bit. Get lined up here. Good morning. How are we doing? How is everyone out there? All right. Let me pull up my calendar here. Oh, how's everybody doing? Yesterday was a wild day. Wild. Look at this. Interest rate decision comes out and boom, 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 boom. It just kept selling. It was a flash sell of everything. Goodness gracious. All right, I just closed out a short trade that I took a while ago in the last little runners. I am flat right now going into this stream this morning. Let's take a look and see what's going on today. Well, we just had a lot of data come out. We've got some home sale stuff later. We have a couple of auctions coming. Kansas Fed's got some data. We just had the Philly Fed data, and we do have mortgage rates are coming out and 5-year tips auctions. So we've got a lot of things happening today. The next big data point, I think, at least in my opinion, is this tomorrow morning, PCE. And so we'll see what PCE and personal income and spending look like tomorrow. So that'll be interesting. The data that just came out, jobless claims, this is basically back in line. So you see the previous last week came in pretty hot. You can see the 4-week average is 225. We came in at 220. But looking at the Philly Fed stuff, this was an interesting number. So this was pretty far away from where we were and what was expected. Also, just looking at some of these numbers, I know enough about macro to be dangerous, but I'm not a huge macro guy. So anyways, that's what we have on the calendar this morning. And let's get over to the chart a little bit here. Am I zoomed in? No, I'm not. Yeah, I was zoomed in. There we go. I was wondering, why is my face so big? I see you, Al, in here. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. So let's just go to the big picture here a little bit. This indicator right here, we see the green or the green up here and the red down here, and this bar. This is previous week's range, right? So to me, that's a big watch. We're there we go. Got it to reset. Okay, that's why I was flashing off and on there. So we came outside of the previous week's range. We got back into it, and you see this is going to be important. This is what we want to watch. We want to watch a reclaim of this, and then we look for a move into the middle of it. Failure of this is obviously a continuation type of play to the downside. When you lose a previous week's range, we look for a continuation to the downside. We also, I look at NFP levels. That's non-farm payroll. With non-farm payroll, they just create key levels in the market, right? And there's always, you can see the reactions around these levels are very, they're very important levels, right? And yeah, we came straight through everything yesterday, rejected right on that NFP. So definitely be watching that. Previous day range, I don't think we're going to have to worry about the previous day. Well, we will actually, because we'll have this. Yeah, no, actually we will. Previous day low, this was after hours, so it was like all right in here. MU had earnings yesterday. Those didn't go well either. They missed on revenue. They beat on EPS a little bit, but they did a slight miss on revenue, and unfortunately, also the guidance wasn't very good. Are you not entertained? I was very entertained, Bob. Don't know if I was entertained in a good way, but I was entertained. You talk about a wild drop. So I actually did some of the. I just did some digging. This is actually an interesting a report that I use actually. So let's take a look at something real fast. Let's hide this. So yesterday's total range, just in the New York session, from here to, let's see. Actually, I want to see what the total range was. Total range yesterday, 1,076 points. That's the largest, I believe, ever. I actually looked at Edgeful. So I like to look at, there's a report in here I do like to look at. We do have opening in about 3 minutes. There's going to be a lot of things at the open that are figuring themselves out, right? A lot of things at the open are just going to be kind of, VIX is super high. I'm going to talk about that next. I do want to pull, let me go to I want to show you guys a report I do look at quite often. Volume and range by weekday. So like I can look at, the last year, the last 6 months, and basically I like using this. This tells you what your average range is. So like what you move on average, anything outside of this, I don't really look to press the gas on. So like if I catch a move that's, 200 points or if I catch a 100-point move, but we're up 200 to 220 on the day, I look at this and go, okay, I need to start locking in more profit. Once we get outside of an average range, I don't, you have a lower probability of continuation, right? You're outside of the norm, you're outside of averages. So I like to pull that back. But I thought this was interesting because you can pull, like 813 was that range back on 8-1. Wow, what a day that was. Back in August. Look at these ranges right here. That's wild. And then if we go back actually 5 years, I do want to keep an eye. We want to keep an eye on this pivot point, this high right here at 90, and this fib at 708. We want to keep an eye on that for a possible rejection as well. And we're right on this NFP level again. Right on that NFP level. We're gonna open up right on it, aren't we? 30 seconds till open. All right, guys, let's talk about something real fast. Yeah, that drop was absolutely insane. Let's talk about something real fast. VIX, okay? VIX is at 21, 22 right now. I don't even pay for the live data on VIX because I don't care to have it that detailed, but 21, 22, I mean, that's wild. The reason I bring that up is because if you're trading, especially if you're trading futures, we don't want to you can blow up an account real fast, right? Sizing is super important. You should be sized way down with a VIX in the 20s. I mean, if you look at the size of just the candles that happen, it's way more than normal, way outsized. So like, I mean, look at this candle. I mean, this is in pre-market. This isn't a data candle or anything, but this is a 44-point candle on NQ. There's days where we only have a 120-point range. So that's 44. I mean, 30%, 35% of an inside day's range on one candle. So let's keep that context in mind. Let's also think about the big picture here. Big outsized move. What is that normally followed by? Well, normally normally it's followed by like some type of retrace and some type of inside day. We will have gaps to watch today. This report though that I was showing you guys, you can use this to your advantage. Look at that. Back in 2022, we had a range of, and that's not meaning we fell like only fell that far. That could be we were down 200 and went up 700. I mean, who knows, right? There's a bunch of different possibilities. I mean, you can actually click this and view the price chart. But I want to get ready for some trading. Let's see if we can. I had a great night. I was long overnight. I longed in this area up to here, got stopped out, and when this held the second time, I got back long in this area again. Once we got back into the 60s, and I held it all the way. When I woke up this morning, I actually sold right up in here. I shorted, and I just got this is the runners of that short. I just got stopped out on right here, and I'm looking at this. I'm so tempted to take a small short right here, and when I say small, like sometimes I go lighter, I go smaller. Today it's even smaller and lighter than what my usual smaller and lighter is, which I do have some profits to play with from last night. That's nice, but we do need to just be aware of our market conditions. On QQQ, we're going to watch this previous week's low to see if this can hold. We're also going to watch that NFP level, right? We want to make sure. NVIDIA's straight down off the open. Where should I put myself? Should I put myself up here? I'm going to go back down here to the bottom corner. All right. Music. We don't have music going, guys. Let's get our music fired up here. There we go. We have a little background music, get some vibes going. Levi, I have my coffee right here. I'm ready to go. Right at this high that we made on the bounce yesterday. So from here up to here, I still think it's a short. And then you look for the NFP level, which is not loading on my chart at the moment. That's cool. The previous day range. May have to reset that. Thoughts on MU? Will it come back up? That's a tough call. Let me show you guys. First, let's take a look at MU. So, MU's been in this big consolidation box, right, for a while. I mean, it's still like here. I mean, if it holds down here, that's not a bad spot for it to hold. But the fact that it didn't hold the 90s is a little bit concerning. The biggest thing I have, wow, down 15%. Oof. So the issue I have with MU is not only do they miss on revenue, they also missed on sorry, I've got a lot of news in my ear. just different tickers moving because it's been a wild day. Let me go. I'll jump over here to Earnings Hub because this and this I'm just doing for you guys. Here is the AI summary. So essentially, you have, if you couldn't listen to the conference call, you can go through and pick up these key points. Here, let me get my camera out of the way. If you want to screenshot that or go back and watch this and just pause it and take a look at this, market is coming down right here, by the way, but this is weaker outlook for Q2. This is concerning. They mentioned inventory here, and they mentioned another, inventory concerns. We're still rejecting that NFP level on QQQ. Yeah. So now you got to see if this holds right here. If this doesn't hold, this looks like a continuation to go test like previous day's low, which is down here. Nice, Bob. Bob's sniping the MU puts off the open there. MU down 16% now. Nvidia not red. I mean, most things aren't going to be red, right? Because they bounce, but they could easily get there. This is a pretty aggressive candle down. I could have shorted that same area up there, but like I said, opening, just a lot of things going on right now. Coming into VWAP though, 580, 556, somewhere in here. I don't mind. I drew this fib based on New York session yesterday, from the New York session to the lows. And I like this area. And you see that fib looks like it's valid just by the action there. I should have taken that short again, but it was right on that NFP level. Let's see what this looks like on the 5-minute. We do have a gap fill we can watch. There's the previous week low. See if that holds. We do have a gap fill down here. I'm not like crazy. The gap size was pretty big, but when we look at gaps, let me go back to QQQ. When we look at gaps filling, I look at the size of the gap, but I also look at what caused the gap. And a crazy big sell-off, you're gonna get some natural buying. We saw it overnight. Just trailing back up, and honestly didn't even retrace to the 0.382, which is 38% of yesterday's move. I mean, a halfway retrace would take us up here into 830, but we couldn't even get up to the 382, which is one of the first most common fibs. And everybody draws fibs a little bit different. Personally, I draw them a few different ways and see which one makes the most sense to me. This one kind of makes the most sense in my mind, and yeah, that's just how I do it. So trying to reclaim previous week's range. Let's take a quick look at the data on previous week's range. Interesting. There's a few different data points here. Previous week's range, previous week low broken. 60% of the time we still, let's go to a full year of data. Okay. Look at that. So what I'm reading here in this data, in the last 6 months, we break the previous week's low. We still close above it 60% of the time. More times than not, we break this previous week's low, and we still close above this level, which means today into tomorrow, we close above this level 60% of the time. Now, are things different this time? I don't know, but I know what the data says. So something to keep an eye on there. In the last 3 months, it's happened. Previous week low broken 3 times, and we closed above it every single time. So the last 3 months, every time we've broken the previous week's low, we've closed above it. It's a decently strong stat. Year to date, it's happened 17 times, 59%. Interesting. I like this data point. That's an interesting thing to keep an eye on. So we are holding that for now. Coming back into the EMAs here. Boy, this thing is wild. Look how much this is moving. One candle. How big are these candles? It's 119.5 minute candle. And then coming back 90 points. You don't need any size if you're trading today, by the way. You don't need any size. Max 7. I look at which names have the best bounces today versus what happened yesterday as well. I think that's an important piece that we can kind of look at. Oh, fair warning. My son is out for Christmas break, so we're going to do our best to keep them occupied and not do any background noise out in my living room over here, but fair warning to everyone. We'll try to keep them in line. Today's pivot point. Well, here's where my pivot point is right here. 719.50. Here, I'll turn off these other indicators so you can see it. Right there, 21,719.50 is the pivot point for today. Right here, R1 is up here. R1 is almost exactly on a fib level too, which is interesting to me. Downside 21,051 is our S1. So really wide ranges. I mean, how often do you see a 700 point difference between pivot point and S1? Obviously, those calculations are based on the previous day, right? But either way, here's the pivot point. The easiest way is this indicator right here. It's Edgeful's pivot points. So if you have Edgeful, they give you this pivot point. The only thing is this right here, previous or use daily based values. I unchecked this because that's how I learned on NinjaTrader. Q, I appreciate that. Yeah, kids. Well, and he's 4 years old too, right? You know how much you can't be mad at a kid for being happy. You know, and they start getting excited. So it is what it is. We are coming down here. Bounced off of VWAP out 100 points. We're coming right back through it. Just for my style of trading, I'm kind of letting this first. We got our 15-minute orb here that we can take a look at. Let's throw on the 15-minute orb and just kind of watch that because it's going to be super wide. We'll go orb by levels today so we can kind of see the extension of how big that is. And look where we're holding previous week's low right there. We'll go down to the 5-minute. And we'll use the 15-minute orb here first, and then once we get to 30, we'll take a look at that. But boy, I don't know. To me, this is going to be the key resistance to get over. We get over this, I think we can track back up a little bit higher. Well, yeah, in between VWAP and EMAs right now, we know there's resistance up here. If they showed it on my QQQ chart, there's also going to be resistance up here at the pivot point in this. Support is going to be down in this area, which is also, I mean, if we look at this previous week low, it's right at the bottom of these 5-minute candles, and we can jump over here and see. So previous week low is basically going to be right here, and you see that. Let's draw a let's give us a visual of that. We'll go right there. But that looks like previous week low. Throw that on the chart. Book map. Guys, I don't even know if y'all want to take a look at book map because there's stuff all over the place and it's so wide they don't know what in the world to do with it. ES is right at 6,000, having some trouble there. That's going to be worth watching. I don't know. I'm conflicted right now because I think it could still be a short. Until it gets over this, I think it could still be a short. If we get over this, then maybe we do get a little retrace. We should have an inside day, most likely, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch this develop today, guys. We're going to have fun though. VIX still over 20. All right, we should get a double break on QQQ of that 15-minute orb. That's the most common. Let's see. See which side breaks first. I mean, it's wide. It looks like it's probably going to break the downside first, but do we get a double break? Or if it goes and breaks this, does it come back? You know, does it wick up here, grab some more liquidity, and come back down? Yeah, I mean, that's your main resistance. Your next resistance probably up in this area. Yeah, 523. There's some obvious resistance and area of interest there. 523.27. We should be near 80% chance to touch the pivot, at least from recent reports, right? Yeah, so I actually had that on my mind. I'm glad you brought that up. So where did we open up New York session? We opened up below the pivot point and above S1. So let's go to that report. Pivot points. We opened up here. Yeah, there's your yeah, you said 80%. It's 82. It's 82.8%. So pretty high chance that we're going to touch this pivot point. The only thing, and that's the closest thing we're to, the only thing is how wide things are today. Even though this is a 65% chance, how wide that is, I mean, that would be another, I mean, how far would that be down? And just from here, be another 1.5% down, which is possible. That would be down from where we're at now, 2.5%. I mean, that's doable. It's doable. I mean, we're up 0.6, so that would take us down like another 2%. I do like that. Oh wait, that's on yes. That's on yes. Come on, chat. Y'all gotta make sure I'm on my toes this morning. What are we doing? 78%. 78% on NQ. Sorry. Let me get the correct report out here. I'm we do have home sales data coming out in 9 minutes. I like that that you look at that. That's one of the things I go look at pretty often. Let's tweet that one out. Like we're still supporting a previous week low, which makes me think we want to come test this 650 up into here. But we do have the EMAs. I mean, this is getting trappy, and at some point this is going to work itself out between the EMAs and VWAP. Something's going to win at some point, right? What else are you guys watching? I take a look at Mag 7, and it's tough right now because things have bounced, but I don't see anything just doing fantastic. Tesla is bouncing the most, but it was also beat up the most. So, pick poison there. Amazon up almost 2%. But what I want to see is like things get over pre-market highs for the long side of things. Microsoft's coming down right here. AMD is at 121. Whoa, when did that happen? If we break and base outside of this, break this orb low, which we probably will right here. Yeah, we hit that EMA 9. We hit that EMA 9 right there, and we're breaking. Yeah, I think this is going to come down. We may see 520s. Pressing orb lower here. Do we hold right there? Oh, boy. Let's see if this gap fills. If we fill the gap, I wouldn't mind taking a shot at it. We are right on that fib, though. I'm tempted to long here, but I'm also tempted to short the back test of this. Again, even though we just fell this much, look at how quick these moves are. Did you guys see that candle? Oh my gosh, look at this 1 minute candles. This 1 minute candle went from 53 to 83. 30 points, 40 points. Goodness gracious. These 50-point 1-minute candles are insane. Listening to the guys over on Spaces, they're just as bewildered, yeah, I guess would be the term, as I am looking at this. Boy, it's wild. Everything is going to overshoot. So let's just lay out kind of like some strategy going into today. I mean, we can use the data like we should every day. We can use our normal indicators. We can use support and resistance, whatever TA you normally use. Just know that things can go beyond, like especially going to a lower time frame. You're going to see things like if you want it to support here, or if you want this to reject right here, you'll see it go through because of the VIX and then fall back under, rapidly a lot of times. So this right here is where I would almost if this rejects, I would want to short down towards this gap fill or towards this right here. Do we get the double break though? Maybe we get the double break. This is going to be the biggest key. Breaking over this or holding under this are going to be my biggest keys. In between these two levels, I really don't want to be that involved, which that's basically from here to right in this area. So from 580 to 680, I really don't want to be involved. What did Miss Cleo say about today? I don't remember. Miss Cleo said, expect a gap open with a high chance of a gap up with a high chance of lower. Ooh. For those of you that don't know Miss Cleo, it's wild. Miss Cleo is kind of like I don't know. It's essentially tarot cards for the market. It's one of those. It's more for entertainment than anything, but it is interesting how they connect things together. Good shout out on that, Bob. And just shout out to Bob. Shout out to all of you that are in here hanging out with us this morning. Look at this. This looks like a rejection, and it looks like, we broke. We're about to get the 30-minute orb right now, 30 seconds. I have this on 15-minute for the moment, but this 30-minute orb, if that breaks and we get under this 550, I think we're going to see probably 520s, 500. I appreciate that, Tricky Snipe. Appreciate that. Yeah, the music I love. So using a streaming software here. Let me hear home sales data is coming out. Oh, existing home sales actually went up for once. It's the first time in like 4 months. I think you short off this area still. The problem is it's just so volatile. I mean, if I'll trade in the first half hours sometimes, but man, when you get this type of action, it's like, oof. I still think this is probably a short. But if it, I don't know. go to what's 15 minute look like? We do have our 30-minute orb. I'm going to switch over to that one because I like that one better. Just personal preference there. And you can set your data the same, right? So like on what's in play, 15-minute orb, this gives you the probabilities of that. But if you go into the actual report page here, you can customize it a couple different ways. So one, I like 30-minute. Double breaks is the most common. That's throughout the day, same candle. So like if we break, a double break is so rare. I think we're gonna come down here. Yeah. Let's get down here. Let's get under this stuff and get down here because we rejected this previous week low did not hold, and that was basically you try to turn resistance to support and it didn't. But man, that original short I was in right here, I could have stayed in it or got back in it. Either one. Bummer. That's okay. We made good money overnight. But yeah, breaking that orb low. Double break is not in the next 30 minutes is super uncommon. So you can probably short the next pop up in here if it pops up in here again. I really want to short versus this. But if it goes back over this, then it's invalidated. Apple is doing the best, but Apple is kind of a safety play. But if we started looking around the market, AMD is red. AMD is still red. Oh my god. So Apple can be your flight to safety name. And you'll notice Apple's one of the few things that's like actually pushing over the pre-market high. That's your flight to safety. Some of these are, Meta's not doing well. Nvidia's not doing well. IWM getting beat up pretty bad. I still think you could short against this level. Let's try a small one. Try a small short. Let's see if we can get down here. Come on, let's get down here to like 521. Maybe this low 525. SPX is sitting on 5,900. If that breaks to the downside, this could get rough. Let's get down here and then let's see, where was that? This was it 509, 510, I think would be your next target. So see if you can get to like 525 and like 510. mostly because we're outside of that previous week's low. We tried to hold it, we failed it, we rejected it. So I'm looking for this to continue down. We also broke the 30-minute orb. How are the stats holding up in extreme volatility? Well, so you do have to use context, JD. Sorry, let me leave that up here in case anybody's curious. So how are the stats holding up? So you have to have context, right, with everything you do. But all of the data, it includes every day that the market's open, right? So all of that is included in. So anytime we have strong volatility, it's also included in the statistics, right? So why would we stop thinking about the data? Here we go. Come on, a little bit further. We'll get our first trim. Let's see. I got in right there. I just got my first trim. And we really don't want to risk higher than that right now. So I just got my first trim. How many points did we get there? We're short. My average is actually 565. Yeah. 565. So we got 30 points on that first trim. We're trying to get to 510 next. 510. Right there. That's the next target. 54 points. There is large sells happening on the book behind here behind me. IWM is getting killed right now. Notice this previous week's range. I showed you guys the indicator here, previous week's range. Right there, it did not hold. I said breaking base, we came down. We came back and hit it. It's a pretty big bounce. Pretty big bounce. We need to stay under that 56, stay under or below here, 53. I'm looking for that 510 if we can get down there. And then if we get beyond that, I think we look for this like 470 area, 479. Well, we got the trim. We could actually trim more if we wanted to here. I'm going to be pretty quick taking profits today just because stuff can fly around, right? And we are a little extended from the EMAs. Let's keep that in mind as well. Size down, give your trades a little bit more room. This extension on the 30-minute orb and gap fill are both like right there. I think we look for that. We need to keep our eye on SPY to make sure we don't hit anything on SPY. Yeah, SPY has a session gap too down here that we could look for. I don't know. That 5-minute candle on SPY looks like kind of a reversal though. We need to reject here to Yeah. 5900 SPX is trying to hold at the moment. This looks kind of reversely, but could just come up here and still reject, right? If you short it again right up in this 580s area and you try to trim again down here, you could trade around the core a little bit. Apple is flying right now. The flight to safety. All right, I'm going to stop out. Oh, 600. This could reject. Let's wait a little bit, see if this candle comes back down. If we stay under this, I think we're still okay. Yeah, this looks like we're going to get back over, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm out of that. See if we can go get that pivot point then. I don't know. It's not likely that we break both sides. If we back test this, we get long. What a wild move. Look at this candle. Holy crap. Yeah, as soon as we saw that reversal look on SPY. Where's our pivot point again? Up here. 719. Can we get the P level though? I don't know. Gonna go further than you want it to. I have to tell my kids, hey, Dad is fighting a war. Almost want to try the long. What is this? 483-ish VWAP. Ooh, I don't know what to do right here, guys. Oh, I see both arguments. Maybe it comes and tests this one more time. Got back inside of this reclaim of previous week's range. Remember, that was the stat we looked at earlier. It was 60% chance that we do end up closing. There we go. Let's see if we can push back up. Let's see if we can push up to, what is this right here, 44? Ooh, rejecting that midpoint. Trappy. See if we can hit VWAP and bounce. We can make a case for both trades, and they'll probably both work if you give it enough time. SPY not looking as good as tag. Let's see if it holds right here. Oh. Yeah, they're selling this thing. We did not hold at all. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yeah, they're gonna kill this thing. Oof. Ooh, that was a big old, and this like went way further than you wanted it to if you got short. Did not hold that previous week low. We're breaking the orb low again. That tells me we're looking for lower now. Looking for lower. Yeah, SPY looks awful. SPY didn't even get near the bounce. This pre-market low right there. IWM is about to make a new low. It's about to break pre-market low too. Yep. I think we look for this. Bounce back up, I'll probably short it. So you almost go back to my original short idea from this area down to 510, 525 again, and then if we get to 480. Bob said the moves are like jello sliding down a slide on a hot day. All right, let's try it again. Short side here. There we go. Beautiful rejection right there. There we go. There we go. Trimming. I'm trimming. 40 points. There we go. 50 points. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. Come on, sell it off. Come on, sell it, sell it, sell it. Give me another trim at 25. Give me another trim at 25. Boom. There it is. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we got that. Boom. There we go. Come on down. 510, 510. Boom. Trimming. 510. That was the next target I had. Now let's go here. Another target down here. Another target down here. That's going to be a 100-point trade. Get through the 500. Move our stops up because this thing could just whiplash right back at her in our face. I can't show. I'm putting my stop like right here, guys. Right here, 560-ish. Maybe even deeper. I'm hearing nothing but sells in the book map. And SPX lost that 9,000. Oof. Can we get this gap fill? Keep our eyes on it. Keep our eyes on the gap fill. $0.40 more. Come on, gap fill. We're getting closer. Get through the 500. So I'm keeping my eye on this on my QQQ chart because I want to take my next trim right here. Look at the bounce. Watch the bounce. Oof. Big old bounce. You see that? These candles are insane. Let's stay outside that VWAP band and keep moving down. Q settlement 5-1. Oh, 21502. Yeah. Yeah, JD, I know. Yeah, that was. I trimmed at 510 ahead of that, but that 500 level is obviously a big one. But let's see if we can fill the gap here. Can we fill this gap? Come on, drop the bid a little bit further. 500 is gonna be tough to break. It's gonna be tough to break. Nvidia sitting right on 130. Even Apple's coming back in from its little push that it had there. AMD is 52-week lows. That's crazy. Do I have any level near 350? Hold on. There it is. There's the 0.5 extension. Let's get a trim here. Let's get a trim. Fill the gap. Come on, fill the gap. 480 on NQ. Oh, it's right there. It bounced 10 points already. I'm trailing stop down lower. We could take it right there, but I why not just wait for the gap fill? Because it'll probably bounce and go away against me. Come on, fill the gap. Come on. Oh, no, don't bounce. That is the half extension, though. You see the extension? Surely it can wick down a little bit further. Surely it can come in just a little bit. Come on. Come on, fill the true gap. 5 pennies away on QQQ. SPY has a ways to go. The gap fill on SPY is way down here. This one is worth watching. I think that's basically full target. We're a couple points off. I mean, my trim was sitting right there. Come on, come get me. Come pick me up. Come pick me up. Watch this candle turn orange as soon as it fills the gap. I love this indicator. Come on. Go, fill it. Go fill it. Whoa, we're so close. We're 5 pennies. You see this right here? I know it's probably a little bit smaller on your screen. Our low was 516.52 and the gap fills 516.47. We're right there. Come on. There it is. There's the gap fill in Qs. Boom. We trimmed. I'm almost all out. Stops coming down. I just heard a whole bunch of Legos dumped in my living room. Sorry if you guys heard that. I'll get to your question here in just a second. I'm managing this trade because what we did have is this is where we actually closed yesterday. Look, I can throw a line here. So you see this? This was the final closing candle. Even though the RTH close was where? Right here. That was the RTH close. But this level that I just drew, yeah, this level that I just drew, and watch the bounce. Watch the bounce here. This level I just drew is where we actually closed the day. We already filled the gap there, but that's that would be my next target personally, which is going to be 122 points. We got 100. That's a 100-point trade we just got, guys. Let's go. Let's get a little bit more. I'm out like 90%. At least, I mean, I don't remember. 85% of my position size. I don't know. I'm not doing the math right now. I got too many things going on. But you guys get the picture, right? We took that nice shot on the back test. See if we can get. I'll take one last trim at 461, and then we'll let the runner go as far as she wants to go. As far as she wants to go. Gap filled on QQQ, not filled on SPY. There's your gap fill on QQQ. SPY could come down to here and fill the session gap, which this is the session gap, right? But its actual gap is much further down. Now, the gap size, so JD asked earlier about the data. So the gap size, yeah, normally you don't fill a gap of this size just on normal conditions, but I mean, let's use some confluence here. We do have some out of the ordinary things going on. All right, here we go. Let's go. We're gonna get this next trim. Come on, 460. Actually, to be 100% fair, my entry was like right here. But we're at 100 points total right now. If I could move the stop loss to, if I could move the stop loss, it's down here right now, 525-ish. I mean, I could put the stop loss up here and still be safe, but I could always just get back in. I think I'd rather just get stopped out. Look at that gap fill bounce. Look at that gap fill bounce on Qs. Wow. Yep, I'm stopped out. All right, good trade there. Good trade. This could be the short again. I just had a nice trade. Let's tick this off. I'm completely flat right now. I honestly don't want to push the gas pedal on another one. I don't want to chase along here either. So I'm going to wait a little bit, see if the next trade sets up. Let's take a look and see what else we can put together for the next trade here. A little bit of a tweezer bottom, a bullish engulfing on the 15. Oh yeah, I was going to look at this for you. Let's see. Let me take a look at a couple different things. So if we draw a fib from here to here, from yesterday's low back to the high. Ooh, that 458 is also the golden retrace. That's interesting. 393. Yeah, you'd have to look for that. And then if we continue downside, there's my continued downside targets. I'm actually going to leave these levels on here. Yeah. I think this still probably gets continuation. Look. Still probably gets continuation. I think you can short again right here. Look at that. Yeah, immediate rejection of 500. 350, I don't really have a whole lot at 350. I mean, we're 350's right here. I don't have a whole lot there. Let's see what Bookmap doesn't know what the heck they want to do. SPX back under. Nvidia made a new low of day there. Go. Scrolling through here looking for confluence, guys. Damn, Palantir is up 3.5%. A reminder, a lot of times, guys, trading is sitting around, I think we're going to get this 58, 59. Bob, this is a big thing for everyone. I could easily look at this and go, I want to jump right back in the short. My risk to reward entering a new short down here is not good. It's not. No matter how you spin it, it's not good. You're way away from your EMAs. You're outside the outer VWAP band, and you're way down here. You just fell a long way. If anything, it's come back up here and reject, and then try it again. But look at this bounce ever since QQQ filled the gap. Why do we watch gap fills, guys? Why do we watch them? Because this happens. A lot of shorts cover. A lot of people get long at yesterday's close. Big bounce on IWM. QQQ bounced $2 off this gap fill. Don't get sucked back in. Maybe here. Maybe here. I think you could try it here, but I'm not a fan. This is your orb low. 30-minute orb low. I mean, I could take it small right here and literally just risk. I mean, if we were not at VIX 22 or whatever right now, I would probably take this with a tight stop. The problem is you can't really do tight stops right now because of VIX being so high. Like if you take this short here, you almost have to risk up to here because it could go to here and still close the candle back under here easily. And I can look at the IB just by switching this over here. So IB low is down here as well. Interesting. This is probably where the short again is going to work out. Yeah, nice rejection off orb. GameStop is back over $30. I just heard on the Squawker. That's crazy. I don't trade meme stocks. I honestly like trading stocks like individual names. I do mostly longer swings, a little bit of equity and like longer swing type of things. And I just watch them a lot for confluence on my actual trades. I want to take a small short here just to try to see if we can get this again. And then this. Yeah, we'll try a very, very small, smaller than my normal small. See if we can get back to 504. And see if we can get that 460. Not a big fan of it here, but We can try it. We've got some profits to play with. But like I said, you gotta give a wide stop on this. And we're looking for that, and then that. Yeah, this definitely could happen right here. Was your I mean, this 100% could happen. It could scream up, shake a lot of people out, and then big sellers come in on that because that's a better spot for them to get in. I like keep in mind too, Bob. I have a trade set up though, so it's like try it, but at the same time, yeah. Locking in gains is important. That's why I didn't immediately want to reshort this thing. I kind of waited, and I mean, we're seeing a little double tweezer right there. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, Bob, this is always interesting. You want to make good decisions. You want to protect capital. You want to, take good trades. You want to stay out of bad trades. Protect profits, but at the same time, I mean, you can't make money if you don't make trades either. There's a weird psychological balance when it comes to trading, right? I don't like how this is getting bought up. Yeah, I don't like this. Don't really like this. Yeah, I've got several options on the music on here. Say this is the concern. If it goes any higher, then it's like, could just get out here for a small loss. But if this gets could be a reclaim of orb here. See if this fells or if it stays. That's right on that EMA 9. Let me get this out of the way here. Yeah, it's going to push through. Yeah, see, this would have been the better spot. Yeah. If it goes any higher than that, then we're out. Well, I guess it could go a little bit higher. Needs to reject here, or we get out. Look at that. Look at that level I drew. I remember I drew that level. Vix, things can go further than you want them to. Further than you want them to. Chad, I cannot play. So because we're streaming on YouTube, that's copyright. We cannot play any music that has copyright, or they'll take the stream down. I kind of like these little vibes though. It's so nice to have something in the background. There's several options. All right, personally, I did not add anything up here just because of the scenario we're in. Wow. Yeah, spy rejected, right? I mean, here's VWAP on InQ. What does spy look like? Oh yeah, wicked right off of VWAP, stayed under the 21 and orb low, 30-minute orb. Oh, Jack. Hang in there. Size down. Size down. What's one of the first things I said this morning? You don't need any size today to make money. You don't need to add to trades. You just pick your spot, trust your thesis, give it some room, and go light. Why does this zoom in on me? There we go. Zoom back up. I like how we closed back under orb here. We're back under the EMAs. We rejected VWAP. Let's see if we can continue the downtrend. I mean, this is... I mean, we bounced right on that. If you longed right where I was basically exiting most of my short at that gap fill, I was cheering for that gap fill. And look, not only did it, you see it filled the gap, picked up some liquidity, and then it came all the way up to here, and then it came back down and right off of it. Look at that, right off of it. Boom. Boom. That would have been a decent little scalp trade if you're a scalper. And reject that, and let's get down here. Come on. Big liquidity at 450 now. There we go. Come on. Come on down. Come on. Let's get 500. Or that 505. Front run the 504 for your trim. You can trim on the outer VWAP band right here. This is that 513, 510 area. My trim's right here. Right at 48 points, 49 points. There it is. There it is. Trimmed right there. Let's have a day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a day. We're looking for this. On NQ, the overnight low to this morning's high gives us a golden retrace at 458.75, so basically 460, which is also where we closed out the last candle yesterday. That was a good trim. Here's my new stop on what I have left, which makes it a positive trade no matter what. I've trimmed out more than 2/3, yeah, of the small size I took. I don't want it to go over VWAP now. Yeah, it's crazy, right? $50 points looks like nothing. That's what's insane right now, JD. 50 points looks like nothing. Jack Sparrow, are you happy that we had that big pullback so we can have some better intraday setups? Yeah, so if you remember 2 weeks ago, even 3 weeks ago, I was taking, I wasn't trading very much at all because we were just grinding slowly into all-time highs, no volatility, no levels and stuff to play off of. Here we finally have some levels. We're getting movement. It's not just like where do you buy it and ride the slow trend up. So yeah, I love this. Garrett, quick trades today or get your head ripped off. That's right. Lock in profit. Let's put a can we make an agreement, guys? Lock in profit. This thing's moving so fast. If it goes 20, 30 points in your direction, even on small size, lock in your profit. You're going to get another chance. Look at this thing moving like this. Boom, 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 boom. You're going to get another shot. Everyone trades a little bit differently, but today, lock in your profits quickly. I'm tempted to lock this in right now. I mean, I've already locked in 2/3 of it nicely, right? If I get stopped out up here, I've still made money on the straight. Because what we got right at 45, 50 points, somewhere in there, and I'm risking 20 to 30 on 1/3 of that. We're still rejecting orb low. You guys see this 30-minute orb? This 0 right here. This is your 30-minute orb. We're failure to reclaim it. We're rejecting it. We're staying outside of it. And even this up here, previous week's low, I'm still keeping my eyes on that. SPY, also same thing. 30-minute orb low there. Pre-market lows, basically. I mean, giving us the hold down here. There we go. Big Big nice rejection still on orb low. Beautiful. Look how clean this is on cues. Guys, these indicators are included with Edgeful. Make your life easier. Make trading so much easier. I think I'm gonna try to stop now. Yeah, let's get stops and profit on this because we got the rejection a couple times. We don't want it to come back up again. It was always a short. Why would it hold? Come on, pull the keeper. Give us an empty net. Yes, break that low. I'm looking for that golden retrace, 458. I'm going to front run it at 460. If we can break 500. All right, come on. It's still, this is half back of basically our overnight move, right? Or I say overnight, but I mean I'm coming off the low here. That's what I'm looking at. Coming off the low high, low to high, low to high. You see how I flip over there and I just look at random stats? I do that all day long, whether I'm in a trade or not. Remember this 480, 483 was a key level last night. It's where we trimmed earlier. I'm trying to get down here. Come on, golden retrace. Give me that golden retrace. Look at this. Orb rejection, 30-minute orb rejection, boom. I mean, just trend is down. This is, I mean, where do we go? I don't know. If we hold this, then maybe we go back up. But when you trend down this hard, this basically turns into a bear flag. If you go to a higher time frame, it probably looks like a bear flag. Yeah, a little bit. Because you have the overnight, it looks a little different. Look at these 1 hour candles. Nothing looks good about this, right? How much work it did overnight to track back up a little bit just to get slapped down. 30 minutes looking rough. See if we can break that. See if we can break this low and get our next target down here. There it is. There it is. Nice. Come on, Spy. Spy, go fill your gap. All right, how many points are we going to get on this trade? This is, where did I get in at? Right in here, around orb low. We'll call it 90. I think my average is like right at 50. Boom, boom. Still holding that same area, but we can break it. We can break it. Come on. Like lower. Look. Here's your high. Here's your lower high. Here's your lower high. Your equal low. You should break this and move down. Come on. Watch this. Watch it happen right here. Let's watch this happen. Give it to me. Give it to me. Am I trading combines through Edgeful? I'm using Edgeful for my analysis while trading my. And I'm not trading combine. I'm trading funded account. But yeah, essentially, it's not through Edgeful, but it's. I don't trade on TradingView, but I watch TradingView and I execute over on the other side of my screen over here in a different window. And we can't even forget tomorrow is quad witching. It's PCE in the morning. Let's get this last target before the stream ends here. Oh, watch it happen. Boom, there it is. I got my fill there. I front ran 460 at 461. I just filled. Wow, 461. What are your thoughts on trading MES versus MNQ for newer traders? I've been staying on MES, but sometimes feel like I miss on scouts because it doesn't move. It depends on the type of trader you are, Jack. So there's people that know and trade SPY better, and there's people that know and trade tech, QQQ, NASDAQ better. I personally know QQQ a little bit better. I watch both. I think both are important to watch. It depends what type of trader you are as well. I mean, if you like to go, a little bit heavier on so with MES, ES in general, because it's not as volatile, you can usually use a little bit more size with a little bit tighter risk. On NQ, you have to give it a little bit more space because it is more volatile. It moves more volatile. And if you ever look at QQQ, look at QQQ versus SPY. If the market's up, QQQ will be up more than SPY, and when the market's down, usually QQQ's down more than SPY. It's more volatile. There's only 100 stocks in NASDAQ versus the S&P 500, right? 500 versus the NASDAQ 100. So it's more volatile. It's more volatile. Now, it all depends because you're also, every point on ES, you're getting $50, while on NASDAQ, you're getting 20. But NASDAQ's going to move more points. It all depends. Like, as a newer trader, you kind of got to find what your style of trading is, and also find what find what works for you. Try it both. Try both of them out, and within that, also think about your style, but also trading on these eval accounts with prop firms, or using practice. Even like practice accounts. do that a little bit. Kind of figure out where's my risk, where's my risk reward, what sizing should I use, how quick should I trim. There's a lot of different things to look at there. I like to trade mostly Nasdaq. Every once in a while, I will trade ES or RTY. I've jumped over there, just depending on the scenario, right? If tech is just going sideways, but something else is moving, something else is much stronger, or if we're in an uptrend, for example, if we're in an uptrend but tech is weak, I want to be long like ES instead, right? If we're in an uptrend and SPY is weak but QQQ is strong, I want to trade whichever one's stronger in the direction we're going. If Nasdaq's getting absolutely killed and SPY's going sideways and we're downtrend, I want to be in Nasdaq. So that's another thing to think about. You can learn to trade both, right? Start out with one of them, see how it goes. Play around with both of them a little bit and just give it time. Just put in the time to learn and get that screen time, get that screen real estate going. All right, well, we basically got my full target here. 90-point trade, right at it. We've had some great trades this morning. Some great trades this morning. Honestly, on this runner, this like 440 would be the next area of interest if you're in a trade, because you see this kind of like double bottom, tweezer bottom that happened here, 440. That's probably your next key level. And then you look for 400, probably the whole number, or this 786. If we lose the golden retrace level, then probably go for that. JD's looking for 437. Yeah, 437. That's right here, right? That's basically where that tweezer bottom's sitting both time. I mean, anywhere in this area. I mean, you saw the reactions it got last night down there. So, yeah, definitely could be worth a shot there. Could be worth a shot here at the golden retrace. If we wick into this thing pretty hard, maybe hit 50 and get bought up out of it, you probably get a 50-point trade back to 504. I've taken some great trades and moved things. I've taken some great trades and made some nice money this morning. I've been a little bit more active than I normally am on these trades, but I'm probably going to slow it down just a little bit, let this work itself out after this move, because I mean, you look at what we've done, kind of the third little impulse, see what happens next. I still want to keep my eye on what's happening over here on QQQ. SPY hit that session gap, so you probably get a bounce here. See that? Right on that session gap again. But why wouldn't you move to here or down here possibly? But nice bouncers back to 500 already. Look at that. How about that? I bottom ticked that 461. Bottom ticked that. Unreal. Unbelievable. Wow. Oh yeah. Stop. I'm moving my stop down as soon as this candle kind of calms down. Honestly, 525 is where my stop is right now. 526. I'm really probably going to put it right down here on top of this candle, like right now, just to lock in the rest of the profit. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. 515 stop right here now. If it goes any higher, I don't care. I'm getting stopped out. What, 35 points in profit? Oof, look at that. 10 of 11. Wow, Bob. Congrats. Congrats, Bob. That's massive, man. That is huge. Masivo. All right, we're right at 2 hours. Kind of watching this to see what happens. But Guys, you got to go try Edgeful. If you don't have Edgeful, if you're not using Edgeful, which I know some of you are, because some of you hit me up with the stats, the gap fills, the pivot points, that's still worth it. All right, I'm watching this thing bounce up a little bit here. All right, just stop me out right there, 515. I'm good with that trade. Completely flat. Great job. But yeah, so these indicators that you see on my charts, look, the orb one, which they have the IB one as well. They have the different versions of the orb one. The gap fill. I mean, you saw the gap fill bounce on QQQ, right? When this candle went orange and we filled it, we exited. You could have taken a long and got a great bounce. Gap fill is huge. It's one of my favorite. Previous week, we couldn't reclaim previous day's range. You see that down here. We're way outside of it today, but that's something that we watch a whole lot, right? A whole lot. We watched it yesterday morning. QQQ breaking previous day low, had a strong chance of closing red. That's what I trade more of. That's what I leaned into. Now we had the divergence, so we stayed calm. And then, yeah, what a wild day yesterday was. Yeah, so what I'm doing actually right now, Bob, as soon as I close this stream down, like here, basically right now, I'm getting ready to sign off here. I'm going to go make another coffee. Probably going to get me a little bit of breakfast. Probably not going to take a trade for the next 15, 20 minutes at least. We're still in a downtrend here, though, by the way. Just because I never stop looking at anything. Look at this. Draw this trend line and keep your eyes on it. See what breaks first. That's basically your trend. Yeah, so just watch this channel. Watch this channel right here. I think you can stay short. I stopped out. That's fine. Could have left my stop up here at 525. I'm good, right? Made my money. But yeah, walking away. Everyone does things a little bit different. Maple, yeah, our buddy Maple, he trades until about 11 Eastern, and then he calls it usually. He usually doesn't trade much after that. He gets his money, he trades the system, he walks away. I can't tell you more times than not that I trade my system, and I do a much better job now, but for a long time, and I went back and reviewed this, for a long time, I would trade, and I'd be up nicely, and then I'd start risking basically what I was up that day to try to make more, and I'd end up having break-even days. I'd end up giving back a decent chunk of profit. So I started getting greedy. When I make profit and I'm up, I walk away, take a break. Sometimes you just need to reset that. Okay, look, it came higher there. We're still good. We're still good. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for me. I hope everyone made some money this morning or learned something, enjoyed it, was entertained, got some type of value out of this. Appreciate everyone that tuned in. If you guys want to do me a favor, I would love if you guys would retweet the posts about this, respond to them, like the stream, just show me some love out there. I would appreciate that a lot. Next week will be the next is obviously Christmas, so we may do something different next week. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have that conversation here in a minute. We will we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next week, but just stay tuned. I'll keep you posted on what we end up doing, because next Wednesday, I do Wednesday and Thursday, right? Well, next Wednesday's Christmas, so we're not going to stream, obviously, that day. Market's closed. So we may see if we stream on maybe on Monday morning instead. I don't know. We'll see what works out, but stay safe. Quad witching tomorrow, PC tomorrow. Appreciate everyone that tuned in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you try out Edgeful. They're going to give you the indicators. They give you all the data in the world. Stop guessing. Put data behind your trades. Make good decisions. Have a great day. Appreciate it.